And good morning, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the vlog. Welcome to the content. I'm the dad bod guy, 1/4 of the ride squad, Lexus King. How you doing? And welcome to the 2025 YZF-R9. So at the tail end of the video, you did see that I got to ride the bike. I did ride the bike finally, but it was because my wife was pressing me, but I didn't go through everything that I wanted to do. Today, the bike's pretty much dialed in, but you're gonna see that in the upcoming video of everything getting completed. And me just now, I'm gonna get to riding. But first, before we even get out on the bike and go ride, there's a whole host of things that I think personally is pretty cool on this motorcycle and what it has to offer. I'm gonna run you through some of those things. I'm gonna show you how quick and easy they are to use. And this is gonna help you, for those who waiting on your bike, to get out there, have fun, and get the best out of your motorcycle.
Okay, got everything done for right now. I'm still waiting on a few more parts, but this condition, this is what I'm gonna break the bike in as. Not gonna put on any power mods during break-in or any of my sprockets that I got over there or nothing. That's gonna change how the mileage rolls over because I wanna get a true 600 road miles. I'm almost through the first tank, not trying to conserve gas or nothing like that. I'm having fun. I'm running up the rev range, back down the rev range, just in and out, just having fun with the engine, seeing what the characteristics are, really getting to know what this CP3 is all about. And I'm really entertained with it already. Got the suite of electronics taken care of, got that done. It's simple to connect, but you think it's a little harder than it is, and it's really not. So let's just run through it real quick. When you're gonna go to the bike, you're gonna walk to the bike, you're gonna get on the bike. Before you even leave out your front door, just go ahead and set your Garmin up, turn it on, agree, and you're good to go. So is your Y Connect. So now I'll just show you. You cut the bike on, and bike comes to life. It's already connecting with your phone. You can just run through, hit the home screen. Navigation's already up and ready. Accept it. It does its communication. Bong. Navigation is good to go. I've already got an address in here. That's done there, and it sets here. You could either have it set to this or and it does turn by turn. So you can have that in the lower portion of the screen, just giving you those directions there, and you can keep your stuff up here. Other than that, you would have your navigation sitting here at the bottom, blocking out other little animations, rev counters, things like that. You just have mile per hour and your shift light. Boom, we'll stop that. And we will go to the music. You see, I haven't even touched my phone. Just instantly get to slapping, right? Oh yeah. All right. So while you got all your slaps going in your headsets or whatever, this is how this thing works. It's seamless, just like that. Very simple to utilize, very easy to use. Your applications for your other thing, you can do your music, your phone, your navigation. I don't have any data saved from my phone to here, but you can definitely run through quite a few things. I've already got the weather pulled up, and we see what's going on in my hometown that I'm currently in right now. Once you set this up, it's not needed for you to mess with it much anymore. We're gonna run through the modes, through the track modes, the riding modes, and stuff like that. So currently, when you are in this setup right here, your mode button, you're gonna hit him. You got your customs, you got your rain, you got street, you got sport, and that's get to from this button right here. Custom 1 and 2 are gonna be what you would, and this is my suggestion, you would simulate track or race condition setups on your custom 1 or 2. You got the variation to do 2 of those. You don't have launch control on these. When you hit your home button, and then you take that thing over to your themes, you drop into the theme. Now it's not just changing this display. This is how you get to track and race mode. Once you're in track and race mode, you see under the virtual pit board, which is a cool thing, and I have to show you guys that in a separate video. But once you get to the track mode right here, see power, traction control, slide control, lift control, and engine braking management. All of those you can change individually, but you have them set, and you have 4 different track packages set. The track 2, I don't have launch control, which is up here in that top left corner. Just try different things on different setups. You got 4 of them. Just to run it through you again, the mode button changes your modes. But now, and hopefully nobody's jumping on your bike that doesn't know what they're doing. But let's say you yourself forgot what the mode actually has in it. You can do a long press and pops up this lower display here. I've been enjoying myself mostly on street. Street does not have a lot of power in on it. 4 and 3 are incredibly low. 2 is a little bit better, but 1 is right where, if you could think of like riding something raw like this, that's how 1 feels. So you get out of that, long press, and you're out of there. And you go to themes and you drop down to track. Your track shows up here, long press there. That sets up launch control. So this mode button does different things in the different setups. So I don't think you can come out of that. Oh yeah, you can. All right, launch control's off. So quick shifter. Quick shifter has a different type of thing that you could set up. Quick shifter is pretty cool because there's quick shifter 1 and then there's quick shifter 2. Quick shifter 1 is going to allow you to do quick shifting, but it has some limitations, like certain RPMs to downshift, and on throttle or off throttle. Quick shifter 2 is more fluid. I do believe that is the case. Quick shifter 2 is going to allow you to shift up and down at any time with throttle wide open. Now, I'm new to the bike, so I may not be accurate in whether it's 1 or 2, but that's the difference between the 2 quick shifters. It might be quick shifter 1 that allows that to happen. It might be quick shifter 2 that allows that to happen. Either way, we'll be able to find that simply by looking in the book which one it is, but that's the difference between the 2 quick shifting modes. So say you pull up to the light and you got a squid with an S1000 next to you, or a Gixxer, or even your rival with a Ducati V2 sitting right next to you. You pull up at the light and you're like, you know what? I want to give them the complete sauce. Look how quick this operates. We hit this, we go to theme, we drop right down the track, done. We're in the real deal whoop appeal. This is the mode that you're gonna whoop all ass with. This is the mode that you're gonna dominate with. This is the mode that you want to be in if you want to prove a point. But since we don't have egos here, we just go ahead real quick, back to theme, and we're out. Back to street mode, and we're cruising. One more thing I forgot to add. For those hooligans that really want to get busy and go crazy, go wild, do wheelies, burnouts, all the whole things, and I would assume dyno mode as well. Let me just show you that real quick, because you know, some of us might just want to get busy and do a little bit more wild stuff. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to do this live right now. And we are going to vehicle function. And then stability controls. This is where burnout time. Everything is off. Basically, you know what I'm saying? You can do individual with a lot of this stuff, but traction control is tied into everything. So when you hit traction control, everything's off. So that's the real quick way to do it. Now, my homeboys have BMWs, and I'm going to try to do a comparison between how quick you can run through a lot of this stuff on this bike versus the Beamers, but that's how fast that works. So let's go again. You pull up at the light. You're at a spot that it's kind of like a block party, a function, and you want to do a burnout. You don't want to embarrass yourself. One button home, go to your settings, one touch on settings, vehicle function, drop down, stability control, one press, done. And there you go, burnout time, baby. And so again, that's gonna be home, settings, down, vehicle function, down, traction control, on, everything's back on. You know what I'm saying? So they make it real quick to move along through the stuff. Just like my boy's BMW. Yesterday we were riding, I was putting it on cruise control, and he was like, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. Now, I'm sure if you know how to move through your stuff real quick, but this makes it real simple. While you're riding, 1, 2, and it's done. Cruise control's on. I love that. I love the simplistic nature of how this system works. It does everything that you want it to do, how you think it should be done. I just wanted to add that. That was something I forgot when I'm looking over the footage as I'm getting ready to edit and send another video out for y'all, because I'm going to keep banging these things out
because there's questions that people are asking and questions that don't get answered. Everybody wants to race and set the bike up and tune and exhaust and all of that. That's cool. But let's get to the basics of what this bike is. And that's what I wanted to show you. So if you see, I purposely put all the little minions aside. Got all the 300s over there and R6 out of the way because I want these two to stand alone and sit together. Now, as you can see, they are just about the same damn size. My 14R1, my 25R9. Thing about the R9 is, look at this little pudgy little fat puppy belly versus which used to be enormous tank. That's really a lot different. The good thing is where you place that in your rider triangle, your knees are right here. I rode it through the twisties yesterday. I can clearly say this definitely locks you in really good. This was good before I knew what really good felt like. I don't even have the damn tank grips on here that I have, and my knees don't slip through here. And that's super damn slippery because it's super clean and polished. But I've got tank grips on here for when I'm doing track days. It, locks in and holds in there. But I do seem to think that this on the track is going to obviously be a lot better than this old technology bike, because when I'm on the track on hard braking, I really got to dig my knees in there to hold myself there, where this probably isn't going to be that much effort. But I did change the clip-ons because this is what I'm used to. This is what I applied to this bike. I kind of do wish I did ride it with the stock clip-ons, but doesn't even matter because this is what was going on anyway. Stock clip-ons were in a little bit more, maybe about an inch. Factory wires, the factory lines. I did not take off any zip ties, and there is no tension on any of the stuff aside from what it was from the factory. They gave you a little bit of space, a little bit of room. I have the bars turned out and pulled out to my liking, and it's still good to go. I took my gas cap off. I don't do gas caps on bikes that I really get active with. This one, I should have taken it off, but I felt like I was going to ride this bike on the street more. I enjoy it a lot on the track, so I'm probably going to take that off really soon. But this right here, really sick. There's no special application. People ask me all the time on the group that I'm part of, what application did you use? Believe it or not, guys, everything on this bike is standard. Nothing would be proprietary to it except for the windscreen and things like that. Clip-ons, standard. It's just an outer diameter for clip-ons. Get whatever clip-ons you want. Seat cowl, believe it or not, R6, R7, R1. As long as it's a modern model, seat cowl is exactly the same. Tail light, same thing. R6, R7, R1, all the same exact tail light. We removed the rear pegs and took off all the reflectors, and took that daggone plate holder off. Get it out of here. This is an integrated taillight, so I do got my blinkers and hazards. Everything works really good, and it was such an easy install. Like I said, clipped right into the connected plugs. It already came with everything there. Aside from removing the whole rear end is the only thing that you have to do if you got to scratch your brain on it. That's really it. This right here is fire because there is a USB-C plugged in there. Believe it or not, as I was riding around yesterday, I had my phone plugged in here charging. I was doing so much wrenching, and my wife was like, dude, get out and ride the damn bike. You're doing all this stuff, doing all this setup, putting on all these parts. You haven't even rode the damn thing yet to see if you like it. I couldn't argue with that logic, so I bounced out and went riding. But I had been filming, collecting content from the cameras, all this stuff on my phone, because I was in the garage all day. I didn't even go in the house. When I left the house, my phone was on 19%. Lifesaver, baby. It's just a little USB-C right there in the corner. Plug that in there, leave some lead out. Had the phone in my pocket, was charging while I was riding. I went and rode down to my boy's house. It was probably like a 10, 15-minute ride. It charged up to about 60%, so that was absolutely perfect, enough for me to be on social media scrolling, taking photos, and uploading them to social media just to let people know I'm outside with the good ride, you know what I mean? But as far as all of that goes, man, I really think that it's time for us to go ride this thing, right? So with that, we gonna chew it up, and we gone. Homies, I be amped up. I'm picking up these marks. Step, better nigga with no mail, dude.
Hate to toot my own horn, but BB.